the Shreveport Regional Arts Council and Downtown Development Authority and the city together did a big survey of what do the citizens of Shreveport want? What are the assets? What are the attributes that are most important to being a citizen of Shreveport? And at that time in 1990, most people said that the highest level for Shreveport would be if downtown would truly be the cultural center of our community. That from Arkansas to Louisiana to Mississippi and East Texas, people would know when they're in downtown Shreveport, they're experiencing the best of business, the best of entertainment, and the best of art and culture. That led to our very first major construction project, venue, and that would be the creation of Art Space, which opened in 2004 as the area's first center to create art and then to exhibit and to present it.
Is the Robinson Film Center. Having an art house cinema is a jewel for the town, any town. But then outside of that, you start to move towards and move through the west side of Shreveport. You happen upon Tipitina's, a space that is there to help burgeoning musicians and existing bands to have a place that's safe to rehearse and start to spread it throughout the community just through the networking that can happen within one location with multiple bands and musicians. You know, then you move into that area where I guess one of the largest, most beautiful buildings is located, the Municipal Auditorium, which was home to the Hayride, which in its day was sort of the Austin city limits, and I think has the potential to be rejuvenated.
4 down and 1 to go. Somewhere out there, another lucky person is moving closer and closer to finding the last of the most sought-after prizes in history.
It's right there. The sort of founders of today's modern rock and roll scene understand and respect the history, musical history of this town. And it all started right in the area, the Municipal and where the Blue Goose used to be.
So part of creative placemaking is not just about creating or constructing interesting venues. It's about how do you bring people on a consistent basis for something that they don't expect. All they expect is that it's going to be wonderful. And in Shreveport, Bossier, Northwest Louisiana, that's really always happened through a festival environment, through events that get in the street. That's how we define it. We can do events all day at Art Space, and Robinson Film Center can show films, and musicians can be practicing at Tipitina's, but it's public when it's out in the street and everyone has a chance to engage it. So we start off with the MSPS, the McNeil Street Pump Station Sound Experience. Then you come into the Asiana Gardens Fall Fest and Spring Fest, just beautiful moments to get out and see the colorful culture of 5 different Asian cultures that perform and present and cook and again demonstrate their artwork.
We have Listen Local, we have the Makers Fair, which puts more foot traffic downtown, and the more people you have walking around downtown, the safer it feels. Then the more people want to come out and enjoy those festivals and festivities.
The arts are as much about experiencing what professionals who make their living in it do, as it is developing our own artists and more of our artists to be able to depend upon this community to collect and to invest in and to attend and buy a ticket to their work so that more artists can make a full-time living in the arts. But it's also about where's the creative part of me and how do I get to intersect this.
It inspires within itself. Everyone can feed off of each other's creativity and make something that's actually bigger than the sum of its parts.
And so the goal here is to make this western edge of downtown into a new cultural community. It's going to be a place where you are creative yourself and you enter into the art experience and you enter into the venues in a way that makes you a partner in the whole process.
I see Shreveport on the verge of an artistic renaissance that's being fueled by the professionals that have moved into the area, some of the businesses that have been started. All of these things are attracting the best and the brightest from across the state, and I think you're really going to see some very talented artists coming out of the woodwork. Without art in the community, you lose a part of the human experience that is so important to a well-lived life and a full creative experience.
I certainly wasn't able to formulate it into words when I first moved here, but shortly after living here for a year, I realized this community is so hungry for the arts, is so hungry for new, young, innovative tastemakers. You come to this town, you bring it something new and exciting, and the entire community bends over backwards to shed light to it, to empower it.
You can make this happen. You, the artist, the individual, if you want to see something happen in your city, Shreveport is one of those places that you can make that happen. I've lived all over the United States, and it's never been as easy as it is here. People need to come down and explore the area, definitely take a look into its history. I think the history part will get people excited to see what's going on, but be a part of something new, something that's being created on a large scale. I think that is a very, not only fun thing to do, but that doesn't happen all over the world. There are not very many places, at least in the US, that you can go and be a part of something from the ground level. I think that's really important and extremely exciting.
You know, when you drive through this town on 20, or you may hear about it or see it on a map, you might not know about these things. And I think it's all of our jobs, and it's certainly my duty right now to kind of shed light to it, but also to allow new artists and new entrepreneurs to know that this is a beautiful canvas to make your mark on and be a part of this community and bring something new to the table. This is the invitation, this is the call, I guess, in a way. If this town isn't doing it for you, it will. Just take the first step forward.
And anything that you need, I give it to you. It's that easy. So give it